Hey, 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 hey. It's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Thank who? Thank God. Thank God. Go ahead and do it. Thank God, thank love, thank life, thank the universe, whatever you want to call it. What you wanna do. But you need to be grateful. You need to be grateful that we made it to this day. So TGIF. That's right. And if you feel like I feel, if you feel like me, you're saying, thank God I'm fabulous, because that's how I feel. Okay? I do. And I'm grateful for it. I don't take anything for granted. We have made it. Yes, we have. To another Friday. We've actually made it through another whole month. March gone, y'all. Consider that gone. Tomorrow, March gone. Gone with the wind. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. So it's Freedom Friday. We got some stuff to talk about. What we're going to talk about this Freedom Friday, we're talking about gaining our freedom. You know that. Because we want to be free. I want to be free. Yeah. So we are learning to let things go. You got to learn to let it go. We make that so difficult. But before we get into the conversation, you know what we got to do? There's just certain things we got to do. We got to get ourselves together. We got to breathe first. Yeah, we do. We got to breathe. So let's get into it. We're going to inhale to the count of 4, and we're going to hold it a few seconds. We're going to exhale at that same count and hold that a few seconds. And we're going to do that a few times. So y'all going to do it with me. Let's get into it. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Last time. Inhale. Hold a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. Yeah, shake that thing off. It's lunchtime. You made it to this time, but we're not going to call it lunchtime. You know what we are calling it. It's noontime my time. We're taking some of our time back. We are reclaiming our time. We want to feel good. We want to feel our best. Before we decide to eat lunch or put anything in our body, it's important that we feel good. Be in a state of relaxation because you need to digest your food properly. Don't let that stress from whoever got on your nerves on that telephone, that bad call that you may have had, that person in the office who kind of rubbed you the wrong way. We're not going to take that into our meal. No. That's why we just breathed it off. So I hope you enjoyed the breath work with me. Thank you for joining me. Yes, I see we got Miss Tori in here already. Yes, she is. She said, thank God I'm forgiven and favored. That's what her TGIF stands for. Thank God I'm forgiven and thank God I'm favored. I like that. She got another one here. She said, forgiven, favored, and free. Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. I love this title. How you doing, Drunk? Drunk is in the building. He said he loves the title, and he's giving some love to your girl. He said, hey, Tori. Hey, MsTonya. What's up, Drunk? Always good to have you here with us. We made it to another Friday, man. We are here. Yes, we are. What are we talking about? We're talking about finding our freedom. Today, we are trying to figure out some ways of letting go of some stuff that we really don't need in our lives. We don't need it. Be honest, we don't, right? In this episode, we're exploring the concept of letting go of what no longer serves us in order for us to find some true freedom. Yeah? Y'all feel me? Where y'all at? Where are my people at who want to be free just like me? Where you at? You don't need that in your life. We hold on to too many things. So how do we do it? How do we do it? Sounds good. It sounds good to let go of things. We all hear that. We know that it's important, right? But we got to recognize it first. We've got to identify those things that no longer serve us. That stuff that we hold on to, and we hold on to all kinds of things. We hold on to beliefs. We hold on to relationships. We hold on to those butter and margarine containers. And we know we don't need them. They no longer serve us. They don't. But it can really be hard to recognize some of the things that we got to let go. So we need to discuss some of the signs. Discuss those signs and figure out when it's time to let go. I want y'all to chat with me in the comments. I want to tell me what some of the signs are or how you recognize when it's time for you to let go. I'm going to, I've done a little reading and I've got a little experience. I've let more than a few things go. And as we go on through life, we'll continue to do that. But one of the first things that I know is important is that we have to evaluate and prioritize our own well-being. When we do that, we can consider all of the things that we need to let go because we can see that. Sometimes we see the signs and sometimes we miss them. Some signs, they may not even readily be available to us, but we know, in terms of seeing it. I'm not talking about really with your eyes. I'm talking about when we feel it. When we're constantly feeling unhappy, we're not feeling fulfilled. You got to recognize when a situation or a relationship is causing you more harm than good. When it no longer brings you joy. Feeling like you've outgrown the situation or you've outgrown the person, You start noticing that you're consistently making all of the sacrifices without receiving any benefits. You're not getting anything in return. It's always you. You're always doing the most. I see Drunk here in the comments. He said, holding on to beliefs is a good one. I had to let a bunch of those go. Absolutely. We learn things and we think we learn things, but it just depends on where you are in life. And then we grow when we realize that those certain beliefs, they no longer really serve us. When we learn better, we got to do better. We do. That's how it is. So we can't really blame ourselves. Okay, well, we learned something. We had a certain belief system. It worked for you until it didn't. It worked until it didn't. I also see Drunk here. His comment is, when something is becoming too much of a hassle to keep in my life, it's time to let it go. Absolutely, man. That is the true sign. When it becomes too much of a hassle, when you are carrying most of the load, you've got to evaluate that. You've got to figure why am I doing this to myself? Why am I staying in this? Because it's not making sense. It's not. I want to let you guys take a little moment. If you are liking the content that I'm bringing you, why don't you go ahead and take the time to like and subscribe? Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let them know what kind of conversations we're having. Everyday people conversations. We're everyday people. Things we should be talking about. So go ahead and do that. We're going to keep the conversation rolling. I see Miss Ayo is in the building. Yes, yes, yes. She's got a comment. She said, from kindness, kindness. Now, I don't know what you're talking about with the from kindness, because, I've been talking a bit, and maybe you were responding to something I said, right? You were. Drunk here, he says, when the whole relationship becomes trying to keep the relationship together, yes, man, that's a sign. That is a sign. Let me read that again. When the whole relationship becomes trying to keep the relationship together, it's time to let go. Time to let go. And this isn't any science. This isn't anything new. This isn't anything that we don't know. This isn't anything that we haven't heard before. You're feeling it. You're feeling the pain, all of the pain of whatever it is to hold this thing together, right? And I see Keep the Faith with Tori. She says, yes, I had to unlearn a lot of things I was taught growing up. Yeah, we had to let go of some of those things that we were taught. I mean, because we're living in different times, and some of the things that our parents did, some of the things that they taught us, it worked for them. And they were doing the best that they could. They were. They were doing what they knew. But here we are, and we've advanced. We know a little bit more. We learned a little bit better. So we got to do things differently. You did? We can't be afraid to let those things go. Drunk says, facts, Tori. Definitely. Facts on facts. Absolutely. Ayo, she's here in the comments. She said, always giving. And it's expected from the kindness of the free love. I hope I'm understanding that properly. She said, always giving. And it's expected from the kindness of the love. Okay, well, love is free. Is it? Is it really? Some people feel that way. And I feel like this. Not all of us have the same beliefs. And that's not necessarily a feeling. That's knowledge. We know that. But everybody's not going to love how we love. So if it's not feeling good and you're doing too much work to make that thing work, that is your sign to let that go. Kindness or not. Be as kind as you want to be. Just because you're kind doesn't mean people are going to be kind to you. They're not. You got to let go. Letting go, it can be scary because you've gotten so used to that. You're talking about something that you thought that you once needed, that you wanted, that you went after. So it can be scary. But letting go can also be liberating. You have to do that for yourself. Letting go can bring more freedom into your life. You end up reducing stress, reducing some anxiety. Getting stuff that you don't need in your life. That's how I feel. I know when I feel that way, and I pay attention to how I feel. Because we got to think about this. For as much as you can like a person, anyone else, and it doesn't necessarily, we're not always talking about romantic relationships or intimate relationships. These are relationships overall. You've got to evaluate how everybody is making you feel and the energy that they're bringing into your life. All of the energy that they're coming with, all of the relationships that they've had in the past, they're bringing all of that with them. And when you invite these people into your life, you've got to accept all of that because you're going to be feeling all of that, Acknowledge it. So you've got to know that these people have had a whole life. They've gone through a whole lot of stuff, and you don't know all of that when they're coming to you. They approach you and you see one person, but it's a whole lot of energy there, right? I see Drunk here in the comments, and he says, I grew up in a religion And even though I stopped practicing a long time ago, it took years for me to fully drop the beliefs. I hear you, man. I hear you. Everybody's going to have their own set of beliefs, and it has to work for you. If it's not making sense for you, you've got to find a way to free yourself. You have to. You also got to practice mindfulness. I don't think we do that a lot. And by that, I mean, we've got to learn to focus on the present moment, and let go of all of those thoughts or those worries. We're worried about things that happened in the past. We worry so much, we're worried about things that's going to happen in the future. When we could just get centered in the very moment of what is, of right now. And this can help you let go of a lot of negative emotions. This can help you in guiding you to move on, because you're staying centered in the present moment. And get support. We getting support now, y'all. We out here, we can get therapy. We really go to therapy. Get that in your head and understand that, all right? It's okay to talk. You can't hold all of that stuff in. And you shouldn't. Talk to a trusted friend, maybe a family member. It is okay to seek professional help. Join a support group. There's people out here who are going through or who have been through what you've got bottled up inside of you. So support groups work in a really unique way. And I think a lot of people don't take advantage of it, but they should. Because there's people out here who have gone through some of the same things that you're going through, some of those same emotions that you're feeling. You're having difficulties of letting go, and you're holding your own self back. So find out. Get involved with some of these support groups. Look them up. Google is your friend. Talking can also free you, right? Let's go through the comments here a bit and see what you guys got going on in the chat, because I see the chat is just moving right along. Ayo says, then sometimes you're so burnt giving. You fear letting yourself receive love, kindness, and tenderness. Woo, that is a good one. That's true, y'all. Sometimes people get so burned out that they just become fearful of letting people close to them, and they really don't know how to receive love or receive kindness, receive tenderness. That's what she's saying here. It happens. It really does. And the same way that happens, like I just said a moment before, people can come to you with good intention. They could, but they are also coming to you with all of that other energy, all of that brokenness in their life that they haven't quite dealt with themselves. And they might be on a journey of trying to heal that, but they're bringing that energy to you. And if you are an empath, you are feeling it. And you can't do that to yourself. You've got to have some type of distance. Because if you don't, you're going to be feeling all of that low energy that another person is bringing to you. And that's not even where your life is. So you got to pay attention to how people make you feel. Pay attention to the energy that is coming into the room, the energy that you are allowing close to you. You have to do that. And it's nothing bad to say about the person. Let them have their journey. We can't live people's lives. But there's some things that they got to work out. And so if you want to maintain yourself and maintain your freedom, you're going to have to do that. I see Tori says, I'm an empath and I feel it all. Yeah, I certainly understand that. That's an incredible position to be in. And that's why it's important to pay attention to your feelings. Ayo here in the comments, she says, yeah, not centering turns into what you call pre-living. You're right. Y'all know what she means by that? She said, by not centering, that turns into what is called pre-living. Pre-living, like, okay, you're not even living in the present moment and enjoying the experience of the now. You're worried and focused on tomorrow, the future. You're trying to pre-live. You're not even fully living in one life, in one moment, but you jump in timelines. What are you doing? And then you're not even taking the joy part of it. If you're going to pre-live, why not pre-live the joy? No, you are pre-living the stressful parts. Don't do that to yourself. Free yourself. We want to be free. We want to feel joy. We want to view life with more love. Life is a blessing. It really is. And you got to consider yourself a blessing. I know that's what you want to be. Have a question here in the comments from Drunk. He said, y'all ever let something go, then think back on it? Like, why did I give so much of my energy to that? Come on, yes. You know it. We all have. I see Tori says, absolutely Drunk. Absolutely. And she says that I'm bad about that. I'm already... Wait a minute. This is a comment to something different. She said absolutely Drunk because she's saying like, yeah. She has gone through something. She thought that she let go, and then she finds herself wondering why she gave so much energy to that. And I know that we all kind of do that. We kind of reflect on those type of situations. But that's what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to allow ourselves to say, okay, let me just stay right here. Let me just appreciate the life right now. Let me live in this gratitude because that's what's going on, right? Now, the comment that we have here from Tori, she said, I got to live in the moment. She says, I'm bad about that. I'm already in June. Well, I tell you something. I like June myself. I really do. Ayo says she's pre-lived till June and we're laughing. You guys are cutting up in the chat here. I love it. Listen, don't do that to yourself. Don't do it. Open up the doors for growth. Yes. Open up the doors for change. Yes. You want to accept new opportunities. You want to accept new experiences. But don't go all the way to June and pre-live that. Appreciate the now. There's so much in the right now. Don't you agree? You got to agree. So I'm going to ask you guys this question. And this is really about putting ourselves in these situations and pre-living these things, worries, anxiety, pain. And when it comes to pain, I want to say this. Pain has a purpose. It does. Pain has a purpose. But what do you think that purpose is? Because if our bodies could just talk to us in a language that we could just understand, like if our bodies just said, hey, Tanya, you eating too much salt. Blood pressure gonna get a little messed up. Your diet not quite right. Your blood pressure getting a little messed up. If it would just go ahead and talk to us like that, or maybe send us a text, we understand that. But that's not the communication. That communication is a pain. You gonna feel the pain of that. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to know how to correct that. Right? That's how I feel about that. You guys going on in the comment here. Yes, yes, yes. I see you. It's Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday. We all want to be free. We're all trying to learn to live better. We all want to align ourselves with love. And none of us want to get stuck in pain. We don't. It does have a purpose. It's here to signal to us that something is wrong. Something is not quite right. So get it right. Get it right. I see Miss Io here in the comments, guys. And she says, I'm in the now. Got robbed at gunpoint 2 weeks ago. Got a whole new appreciation for the moment. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's horrible. That's horrible to hear. And we're happy to hear that you're on the other side of that and that you're definitely okay. But it shouldn't take like very traumatic moments and situations for us to appreciate life. It shouldn't. Just waking up. When you first open your eyes in the morning and realize that, hey, I have done it again. I have another opportunity again. So it's important to appreciate that. Appreciate it. Move forward in your life. Let those things go that are not benefiting you. And you know that they're not. I hope you guys are enjoying Freedom Friday. I hope that you find ways to bring joy to your life. I hope you take those moments, like the moments that we are reclaiming right now and reclaiming our time. Take those moments for yourself anytime. But I'm glad that you took the opportunity to take a little bit of that time with me today, right here on Freedom Friday. But before we get out of here, before I go, you know what we have to do. We're going to breathe. We're going to breathe it out. We're going to breathe that thing out so that we can continue the rest of our day. Rock it on out and make sure that we make it into the weekend. All right, y'all. All right. We learned a few things. We didn't learn anything new, but we are definitely reminded to do some of the things that we need to do for ourselves, for our own freedom. I don't know what freedom means to you, but definitely when it comes to emotions, don't carry all of that stuff around. Don't let it get too heavy. Identify what no longer serves you. Right? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. All right. Let's get into this breath work, y'all. We're going to inhale to the count of 4. We're going to hold it for a few seconds. And then we're going to exhale and hold that a few seconds. And we're just going to do that a few times. Y'all ready? Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Inhale again. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold that a few seconds. And exhale. How y'all feel? How you feel? I feel great. I really do. Thank y'all so very much. Go on about your day. Rock the rest of the day out. And you know what you're here listening to? It's Noontime My Time. It's the podcast weekdays at 12 p.m. Live stream. Everyday conversation with everyday people like you. Because you get to join me in the chat. Yeah, you do. Got some last comments coming up from my people. Drunk says yes. He says Freedom Friday is really good. I appreciate you, man. One love. Yes, 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 yes. Always good to have you in the building. Ayo says blessings to all. Thanks, T. Blessings to you. We're glad that everything is going good for you right now. Keep the faith with Tori. Blessings all. Oh, yeah. Y'all make sure y'all rock out the rest of this day. I got nothing but love for you. It's Freedom Friday. Yeah, somebody going to get some fried fish. I don't know if it's me, but I know somebody. All right, y'all. One love.